You may also remember him, as we've mentioned, from the 1989 film Major League, in which he played the announcer Harry Doyle.
Vaughn into the windup in his first offering. Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Just a bit outside. That famous line later became the title of a documentary about the team and its 1982 World Series run. We were happy to have the director of the documentary, Just a Bit Outside, Sean Hanisch, with us this afternoon. Sean, great to have you here with us. We wish it were under better circumstances. First, tell me where you were when you got the news about Bob Uecker and the initial feelings and thoughts and memories that it evoked.
Well, I found out this morning, a little bit after I woke up, my producing partner on the film, Kelly Call, had texted me as soon as he had heard. And what went through my mind was the voice of my childhood. And one of the great voices of sports is no longer with us. And I mean, he's such a, I don't know, for me, and I think for a lot of people, he feels like he was part of our family. We invited him into our homes, and we always wanted to keep inviting him back. He approached life with such humor and joy, and I think it infused everything he did, and he just always lifted everybody's spirits. And this, I mean, it was hard news to hear this morning.
Bob Uecker, a Wisconsin guy, Milwaukee native. You are also here from Southeast Wisconsin. Talk about the pride that he exuded for this city on such a large stage.
Well, I think he represented Milwaukee in the absolute best way. You couldn't ask for a better ambassador for, our city, which is he was incredibly authentic. He always embraced this this sense of humor. His self-deprecating sense of humor is kind of at its core, which made everybody around him feel comfortable. And I think that was his goal. He told us in the documentary he was, born and raised in Milwaukee. He was the first Milwaukee native that was called up to the Braves, to the major leagues by the Braves, and the first Milwaukeean ever sent down to the minor leagues by the Braves. So he embodies everything that I think we cherish, which is, being real and being kind.
And how fitting that the title of your documentary is Just a Bit Outside. In your conversations with Bob for this documentary, kind of take us behind the curtain. His personality, you mentioned his humor, his quick wit, all of that.
Well, I think the thing that struck me at first is that he really wants to put everybody at ease. He came into the room, immediately started cracking jokes. I mean, truly, you look at him and you want to start laughing because the next thing that's going to come out of his mouth is a joke or a punchline. What struck me on that day was that, and this was 2 years ago that we interviewed him, he was so quick. He never lost a step. He sat down with us and we had 45 minutes to interview him for the film. And we reached the 45-minute mark, and he said, I'm not stopping this. I want to keep going. And we interviewed him for well over an hour and 15 minutes. And it was so much joy. His knowledge of, of the game and of the teams he's been on, of the community, of County Stadium and, American Family Field. It's like he's just a bright, he's like the sun, if you're around him, you feel illuminated and you feel warmer. I think the best story that I have is I knew this was going to be a really special once in a lifetime occasion to interview Bob Uecker. So I brought my 10-year-old son with me, and he paid rapt attention the whole time. And my son's name is Cannon. So after the interview, I went up and I said, Mr. Uecker, I'd like to introduce you to my son, Cannon. And he said, really nice to meet you, Cannon. I'm Shotgun. And that's who he is. Just so funny and so quick-witted. And, God, he's going to be missed so much.
That quick wit, something you cannot teach. You're just born with it, a God-given gift. Sean Hanisch, director of the film, the documentary, Just a Bit Outside. Thank you for sharing your memories and your time with us today.
Thanks so much, Derek.
Absolutely.